To rename a field in N8N, open the Edit Fields node, click Add Field, enter the new name, and drag the original field from the input panel into the value field. That is the core action, and if you do just that, you have already renamed your data. Let me walk through why this works and how to get it right every time. Homegrown to your web browser, go to n8n.io and log in. Once your workspace loads, either open an existing workflow or start a new one. You need a node that outputs sample data first. Any trigger or API node will do. So execute that node and review its output fields to know exactly what names you are working with. Then click the plus button to add a new node, search for Edit Fields and select it. Connect it directly after your data source. Open that Edit Fields node settings. Leave the mode on manual mapping. That is the simplest and most reliable option for renaming. Under Fields to Set, click Add Field. You will see two boxes, Name and Value. In the Name field, type the new field name you want, exactly as it should appear downstream. In the Value field, you have two options. Either drag the original field from the input panel on the left, or click the little expression button and write something like N8N original_field_name. Both methods produce the same result. They take the value from your original field and assign it to your new name. Do this for every field you want to rename. Now a crucial decision, the Keep Only Set Fields toggle at the bottom. If you enable it, the output will contain only the fields you just defined, removing everything else. This is very useful when you have a massive JSON object and only need a few cleanly named fields for the next step. But if you disable it, the output retains all original fields plus your new renamed ones. I usually leave it disabled during testing because it lets me compare the input and output side by side. Once you are confident, you can enable it to simplify the final data. Click Execute Step and wait for the node to finish. Review the output panel. You should see your new field name with the correct value. Compare it to the input data from the previous node. If something looks off, double check that you dragged the right field or that your expression is exactly correct. No problem, just modify the name or value, execute again, and confirm the updated results. Once your fields are renamed perfectly, connect your next node, such as Google Sheets or Airtable. When you map columns in that downstream node, you will now see your clean, consistent field names instead of the messy originals. Test the workflow end to end. Save it, activate it if you are ready, trigger it, and then review the execution history to verify that every node received the correct renamed fields. If you ever need to adjust, just go back to the Edit Fields node, make the change, and execute the workflow again. Now, the alternative method is the Rename Keys node. It is specifically designed for renaming JSON keys without the manual mapping approach. You simply tell it the old key name and the new key name, and it renames them directly. This is faster when you have many fields to rename, and it even supports regular expressions if you want to rename multiple fields that follow a pattern. For example, changing all fields starting with cust_ to drop that prefix. The Edit Fields method is more flexible because it lets you transform values simultaneously, but for pure renaming, Rename Keys is often quicker. Why do this at all? Different apps use different naming conventions. One API might return first_name, your CRM expects first name, and a spreadsheet might want given name. Instead of rewriting every downstream node to handle these variations, rename the fields once at the start. Your workflow becomes readable, maintainable, and far less prone to mapping errors. It also makes your automation easier to hand off to a teammate or revisit months later, no deciphering what FN or cust_NM meant. A few mistakes to avoid. First, do not rename fields too late in the workflow. Do it immediately after your trigger or data source node, so every subsequent node uses the same clean names. Second, be careful with Keep Only Set Fields. If you enable it and later nodes still reference original fields, they will get empty values or cause errors. Third, always test after every change. A typo in a field name can break an entire workflow, but it takes only seconds to execute a node and verify. If you are integrating with Google Sheets, Airtable, HubSpot, Notion, databases, or AI services, consistent field names are game-changing. They let you build modular workflows where you reconfirm mappings once and never think about them again. As your automations grow, a solid data transformation step at the beginning becomes the foundation for everything else. You have now renamed fields in N8N successfully. Your data is standardized, your downstream nodes are receiving clean names, and your workflow is far easier to read and maintain. If you ever need to revisit this process, save this video or bookmark the steps. Field naming is one of those small practices that makes a huge difference in professional automations. Thanks for following along.